More military members are helping in Minnesota's fight against COVID-19. Today, Air Force nurses and doctors began their work at St. Cloud Hospital, where central Minnesota has struggled with climbing cases and hospital capacity this fall.
136 patients are being treated in the hospital system right now. The positivity rate is nearly 18% in Stearns County, making it among the highest in the state. WCCO's Liz Collins shares how a sense of frustration and burnout led to a call for federal help.
The Joint Task Force is bringing much needed and welcomed resources to our community to help in this thing that we call COVID-19.
23 members of that task force, Air Force nurses, doctors, and respiratory therapists, spent their Thanksgiving weekend training for what's ahead in St. Cloud. From the emergency room to the ICU and surgical units, the team will work alongside Centricare staff.
The damage that COVID is causing continues to grow, and we're seeing numbers now the way I haven't seen since the last surge in November and December of 2020.
That's when their hospitals saw 175 COVID patients, 40 fewer than today. St. Cloud is the 18th site and 6th state that this same team has served since the pandemic began, an area that's been more resistant to the vaccine than other parts of the state.
I just wish more people would get vaccinated because the medical facilities are doing all that they can do.
They don't have the staff and the beds to care for people. That's a big concern for me.
Caregivers are exhausted physically and emotionally, and they and their families have given up so much to care for our communities.
Frontline burnout is also a factor in the call for federal help. Job vacancies remain at an all-time high within the Centricare system. 1,700 positions are open, more than 3 times the rate of a more typical year.
It's an extra 23 sets of hands, minds, eyes, and ears, and talent and skills all together.
The medical team is on a 30-day deployment for this mission that could be extended depending on the need. In St. Cloud, Liz Collins, WCCO 4 News.
77% of Centricare's ICU capacity is filled with COVID patients. Of the 28 people with the virus in the ICU, 24 are on ventilators. The hospital's vaccine mandate does not go into effect until mid-December, so it's still unclear what effect that could have on staffing numbers.